In the main event of UFC 274, Charles Oliveira looks to put his belt on the line in his third title defense against the relentless pace of Justin the Highlight Gaethje. What's going on, everybody? My name is David Hansen, and I'm going to break it all down for you. The main event, the lightweight title fight, Charles Oliveira versus Justin Gaethje. Boy, this is going to be a great fight. Charles Oliveira has been on a mission, 10-fight win streak, and it doesn't look like he has any reason to stop. He's not looking to stop. Like, he is looking to continue his legacy, keep this belt, and what a fun fighter he has turned out to be. A lot of people said that he didn't have heart, and he's shown in his last few fights that heart is there, and Justin Gaethje is going to test that heart this Saturday night. Let's take a look at the stats right now. Charles Oliveira, 32-8, the champion. Justin Gaethje, 23-3, the former interim champion, former title challenger. And we're going to see if he can be and new this weekend. Justin Gaethje, 1-inch height advantage. Charles Oliveira, 4-inch reach advantage. And he knows how to use it. He is a smooth, tactical striker. And he has a mantle full of just like a display case, full of arms, legs, necks, heads. He is a submission ace. He currently holds the record right now, if you didn't know, for the most submission wins in UFC history. He's got the most finishes in UFC. I believe he's tied for most finishes in UFC history. I'm sorry, excuse me. No, he's tied for most fight night bonuses in UFC history. And he's got the most finishes in UFC history at the record right now. All right. Let's take a look at Charles Oliveira's record. So we're going to go down here to his record. 32-8, 20 by submission. And I have a feeling if Justin Gaethje's not careful, that's going to be his fate this Saturday night. Let's take a look at this record. So this run started at UFC 225 when he choked out Clay Guida. Got another choke submission against Christos Giagos. Got another submission against Jim Miller. And another submission against David Teemer. Like, this guy cannot be stopped. Knockout over Nick Lentz. Knockout over Jared Gordon. Another submission over Kevin Lee. Went to decision with Tony Ferguson. And he beat Tony Ferguson up all 3 rounds. Knocked out Michael Chandler and then submitted Dustin Poirier with a rear naked choke. This dude is dangerous with the submissions. And if Justin Gaethje's not careful, he's going to get taken out. Like, he needs to not hit the ground. He needs to be afraid of the ground. No ground for Justin Gaethje. No ground game this fight. Let's take a look at Justin Gaethje's record here. 23-3, 19 by knockout, 1 by submission, 3 by decision. Very different record here for Justin Gaethje. He's a brawler. It's a controlled brawler. He likes to have controlled chaos, as he used to say. But he's a brawler. If Charles Oliveira is not careful, Justin Gaethje will knock him out. Justin Gaethje definitely has the power advantage. Charles Oliveira definitely has the advantage on the ground. It's very interesting to see how this is going to play out. Let's take a look here. So, Justin Gaethje, before suffering the loss to Habib, which everybody lost to Habib, he was on a 4-fight win streak, taking out the likes of James Vick, Edson Barbosa, Donald Cerrone, Tony Ferguson, and that was a 5-round fight. And he beat Tony Ferguson from pillar to post in that fight. Took a loss against Habib Nurmagomedov. Now, this fight right here, this Habib Nurmagomedov fight, the problem with this fight coming up on Saturday night that I see for Justin Gaethje is this triangle choke that Habib... Now, granted, Habib's pressure is next level. Nobody could match it. Was that just a one-off? We're going to have to see. But he's going up against the most lethal submission artist that the UFC has ever seen. Charles Oliveira takes people's limbs home. Now, in this Habib Nurmagomedov fight, I feel like Justin Gaethje might have been exposed a little bit. Like, Habib, he got him to the ground with ease. Got him to the mounted triangle choke with ease. And it's going to be interesting to see. Very, very interesting to see. In the last fight that Charles Oliveira had against Dustin Poirier hurt him. In the fight against Michael Chandler, if you go back here, Michael Chandler, he had Charles Oliveira hurt. In the fight against Dustin Poirier had him hurt. But he was able to rally back in the second round, knock out Michael Chandler. In the Dustin Poirier fight, he got dropped multiple times in that first round, was able to rally back, and just flipped a switch in the second round and just mollywopped Dustin Poirier. Ended up choking him out in the third round, but from the second round on, it was one-way traffic Charles Oliveira's way. So, what he needs to do is he needs to do what he has been doing. He needs to make it a technical fight. He needs to avoid the big power from Justin Gaethje. And he needs to do what he does best. He needs to try to get the neck, because that seems to be, for Charles Oliveira, the least point of resistance for him, is to get close to Justin Gaethje, hop on the back, and choke him out. And it's very, very possible. Very possible. Justin Gaethje, he needs to make this a dirty, 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 ugly fight to win. Let's take a look at some stats here. If you take a look at this right here, now, Charles Oliveira is very technical in his striking. Justin Gaethje needs to be careful, because if Charles Oliveira lands cleanly on the chin, it could be very, very over for Justin Gaethje. Because if he lands cleanly on the chin, Justin Gaethje gets chicken legs, Charles Oliveira snatches up a neck or jumps on the back, it's going to be over very quickly. So Justin Gaethje, he gets hit a lot. He gets hit 7.81 strikes on average per minute when he only lands 7.5. That's it's barely a negative differential, but still, it's a negative differential. He needs to be smarter this fight. He needs to avoid the ground. He needs to put that pressure on, and he needs to make it a dogfight. Now for my pick, this is going to be very, very, very hard for me, because I've been on the fence ever since this fight got booked. Justin Gaethje has the power, has the ability to knock out Charles Oliveira. He has the ability to bring that dog out of people. Is Charles Oliveira's heart was in question before? I don't think it is anymore. We're going to have to see, because Justin Gaethje, he sure tests the heartstrings of people. I have a feeling that Charles Oliveira is going to get it done. Second round submission. And I think it's going to be and still lightweight champion. Appreciate you guys watching. Check out the content. Let's go!